Okay, today we'll be learning how to make a turbofan or turbine. First, we set our units. Needs to be inches. After we set our units, center in the let me center line in the right plane. Sketch. After we right plane, we're already in the sketch. Press the center line. Draw it needs completely horizontal. Let's escape. Smart dimension. Click on the line. Drag it out. It's to be 168 inches. Press center. Right dimension. Spleen command. Spleen, not the line. Needs to be above this. We drag it out, make a diagonal line. The end of the line. Press escape. Our dimension again. Here. First. This needs to be and this 31.3 inches. Press enter. Now this is this distance that okay. Mentioning drop over this point. Be completely vertical. 7 inches, but obviously we go in a little, make a horizontal about this, make a diagonal. Need to give these dimensions. This be 7 inches. That because we say okay to the dimensional tab, we click on this. It shows this little pinch point. Grab this, drag it up. What you side body of turbine, basically. Now we can, using our just consent, set it as this. One last thing I need is the vertical distance in this, and that needs 50. That's all set. That's 31. This is everything nice. Okay, and already pinched that, so now this is the outer body and it will revolve around, so it will form the outside body of the turbine, basically the housing of the turbine. Go into features, revolve, says that it's currently open, but need to pay attention to that. You just okay, revolve the entire surface. This is, now you can see this is the housing of the turbine, the outside housing. If you have ever traveled in a plane, seen a plane, say okay, this is what I want. The rear is open, but obviously this wall, the walls are very thin. Obviously that's not realistic, so go to search, and there is a feature called thicken. Okay, so since this has a thickness of equal to a paper, obviously that's not ideal. We will go into for some reason my thicken command isn't working. There's a command that selects, basically thickens in by as much as you specify, but there is a slighter different approach we can take. We can just go edit the original sketch, the original sketch that we drew, this original sketch. And what we can do basically produce an offset. I think it, because it was an incomplete surface, it just connected this to this, produced a complete surface, but obviously we need to produce an offset. We will produce this and this. All these surfaces will offset this direction. You just, why not just select sketch, up down, letting me for reason. Let's add offsets individually. Add a offset to this of 1 inch. Move all that. There you go. Offset of 1 inch is added to the inside, which is equal to adding a thickness. Right? Equal to adding a thickness. This is obviously the housing height. Say yes, what we need. Read the geometry. Close it in this area and the same other end. Here. That wasn't. That there's a it will there was an offset increment. Obviously one. The other end, we will connect this point. Now we have a closed surface and it's already showing a closed surface. Sorry about that. Let's okay and okay, and obviously it has already evolved, so it won't trouble, or we can now this is a revolved surface. It has a thickness, and obviously it's a solid surface, not as thin as a piece of paper. Okay, so now that we have made this, we will go into section view. Click this, click the side section, top section. This doesn't really make a difference, but this is what we want, so we'll make a section view. Obviously we're going to be drawing inside, making the, and you can see the thickness that we added to the part. Now let's go back to the front plane. Here we will again use the spleen command in front of the horizontal. You can see it starts to pick up on the fact that you're trying to click in this area. You will draw horizontal like that, and then we will draw a direction. This will be a normal line. We need to use a spleen for this. Drop it down vertically and then connect it back to the original point. This is a closed surface. It's showing as a closed surface. use the smart dimension. This point, give it the proper dimensions of, give it the dimension of 18.33. Using, again, the dimension is still selected. Nope. Let's escape. Need to select this one point. Then we select this other point. Dimensions got deselected. Click on this. And we give it the dimension of 8. Right. And lastly, give the bottom dimension of 48.11. Press enter. This is properly dimensions. It's centered, obviously. This entire housing is also centered. We say okay. The last step will be to click on this line, and because we use the spleen command, so curve it. Curve it to this point, and obviously we're making it out of slide our own convenience. This is not obviously up to dimensions, but this, give it a curve and say okay, and then again use the revolve feature to revolve. Obviously wants to know, this is already selected, just wants to know the axis of rotation, like this. Revolve the entire surface, and this is basically the nose of the turbine, the nose of the entire thing, turbofan that leads air into the, I can decrease. Okay, what we want. Obviously it's going to appear in half, obviously, dimension view in the sectional view, because we have selected section. Once we disable that, it's going to be full surface, but right now it's going to as this.